Okay, let's take a look at something pretty cool. We're on an accounts list view, and there's a button here that says Quick Records. And I am going to click it. It launches a flow. Now, what this flow does is it asks me to select from the available record types that I have defined on account. So I have 3 record types. The flow is smart enough to detect those 3. And I am now going to show a record type specific layout. So in this organization, the layout that's associated with the executive record type is designed for just the quick facts for the executive. And the one for manager is sort of all the fields. So if I select this record type here are all the fields. Notice that I'm still in this flow. So this flow is giving me the entire 2-column record layout. It's doing that with a recently published component called record detail. And I'm just telling it which fields I want. And I got those fields. Flow got those fields for me. So I didn't have to list all of these out. I just had to pick the record type. And I have the ability to save, do an immediate edit and immediate save. Now let me go back and show you that if I pick the executive record type, it's a different layout. So this is pretty cool. Now let me show you how simple that flow is using today's tools. So this is the entire flow that generated what you just saw. And I'm taking advantage of some new flow actions that have been published to unofficial SF to get various pieces of information that Salesforce developers can get at. But I don't want to have to write code to do this. So you can install this package and basically get all of these actions. So what exactly is going on here? Well, it's kind of broken up into parts. The first thing we do is we collect the list of record types. So in this particular flow, I'm actually just passing this in as a count, but it could be very dynamic. So we pass that in. What this particular action does is it gets the record types and it returns them as 2 string collections, a string collection of IDs and a string collection of names. And it does that. One of the useful things of that is that on the next screen we've got a new component called QuickChoice. Now QuickChoice does pick lists and it does radio buttons, and it's designed to provide a few things that you can't get with the choices that are built into Flow Builder right now. And one of the things that it can handle is it can handle a couple of pairs of string collections. So in this case, I'm saying these are the labels I want to show, and these are the IDs, the underlying IDs. And just to show you how dynamic this is, we'll change this to radio. And we've got this, it's set, the mode of this QuickChoice is set to dual string collections. That's important because there's more than one thing that this component can do, so you got to tell it which one you want. And we're done, so let's save that and activate it. And you can see I've got my radio buttons. So very cool capability, combining record detail with some new record type capabilities. Now let me show you a few other things that QuickChoice can do. Okay, another cool thing that we can do here is filter a pick list field in Flow by record type. There have been a lot of requests for this over the years. So this is a very similar flow to the first one. Let's just run it and see what happens. So I'm going to first just get to pick a field, and I'm going to pick a field that I know is a pick list field, good old account type. This component, by the way, is a object field selector that is available for installation as a complete component. So I've got my account type field selected, and now it asks me again, what record type do you want? Well, it turns out if we go back and we look at the record types, okay, so let's see what is going to happen here. For the exec record type, we have a full list of all possible pick list values. However, for the channel ops record type, we only want to see 4 values for account type. So our flow needs to be smart enough to figure this. So we go back to the flow, and sure enough, if I select channel ops, I get my filtered by record type list. And if I select exec, I get a full list here. Okay, so this flow is even simpler. Not even using these 3 right now. So basically the first screen uses this object and field picker, and those values are carried forward. This is the same action we used in the previous example. Given an action name, it pulls the record types. Notice that you also have toggles here, so you can say I only want to see the active ones, I only see the ones available to the current user. So then we use a quick choice again, and this is the same one. We were just telling them pick one of these record types, but the select member quick choice a little different. Here we've set input mode of pick list field, and we're passing in the 3 pieces of value of information that Flow Builder is going to need. We're passing in the name of the object for the pick list field, the name of the field itself for that pick list field, and the selected record type from the previous screen. And so QuickChoice now basically has that built-in capability to if you target it at a pick list field, you can pass it a record type ID. If you don't pass it a record type ID, it will just return all of the choices.